Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Mollie Mason, holistic nutritionist and wellness coach, and today I'm going to share with you my kitchen essentials. I find so often the barrier to healthy living and healthy eating for a lot of people has to do with not enjoying cooking, not feeling equipped to cook. I really believe that cooking in your kitchen can be joyful, it can be creative, it can be stress relieving. Let's go with my kitchen essentials. Let me share with you the items I can't imagine my kitchen without. All right, first item here. These are from OXO. They are pop tops. They're sealable. One of my favorite things in my pantry. I have like 20 something at this point, I think. It's such a great way to store your nuts and seeds and superfoods. I know there are somewhat more aesthetic ways to do food storage and pantry storage, beautiful glass jars with wood tops and things like that, but because they are truly sealable, they really help me keep my food fresh, and they really help me not overbuy as well because I know what I need. I can see what I'm stocked on. It keeps things organized. I'm definitely not showing you what they look like in my pantry because my pantry is a disaster. When we moved in here, the shelving is just not super functional. If you guys are interested in doing a little DIY like pantry organization together, I feel like that could be a fun video. Let me know if you're interested. Maybe if enough of you vote, I can actually get Cashmere to help me like build me some shelves. So make sure you vote below. Also in the food storage world is mason jars. Okay, let me show you guys. I have multiple variations of this. No, this is not just because my last name is Mason. So you want to make sure you get the freezer safe jars. But the thing is, you know, most mason jars come with metal tops that are two pieces and they get rusty and they get gross. So these, I got a massive pack of these off Amazon. These are dishwasher safe, reusable, they're freezer safe. One of my favorite meal prep hacks is to make large batches of soup and freeze soup. I always have healthy soups on hand. This is like the perfect serving size of soup. And these freeze really well with these lids. Also got these on Amazon. Anytime I open a can of coconut milk that I don't finish or anything like that, I'll pour them in a mason jar and then put this lid on top because then it's easy to open and pour out. And then I also have a third version, which is these, which are essentially the same thing except for they have a hole in them. So they're perfect for smoothies or even just like drinking water. I have with that these silicone straws. These are also an obsession. The stainless steel straws just make the water way too cold in my mouth. I love silicone. These are my favorite. So this is from a pack on Amazon. It comes with these fun colors. These are skinny ones, and then these are thicker. So these are my favorite for smoothies. You're gonna see multiple silicone items here in my kitchen because it's non-toxic, it's safe. These are awesome. Y'all already saw my BERKEY in my kitchen tour, but this is no doubt about it one of my favorite items in my whole kitchen. I've said this before, I firmly believe my BERKEY is one of the best investments I've made in my health. When I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's 3 years ago, I really got down and dirty on figuring out how to detoxify my home, my life, my products, everything. We talk all the time about how important it is to be hydrated, but we so often neglect to talk about the quality of your water. The vast majority of tap water, even bottled water, is contaminated with toxins and chemicals that you don't want to even know about. The BERKEY is incredible. First of all, it's just beautiful. How stunning is this thing? I have it on this wood plant stand, which I'll link for you guys too, because it's the perfect size. It filters and purifies your water without stripping a lot of the essential minerals in water. We've had it for 3 years now. It has totally paid for itself already. I know it feels a little bit pricey on the front end, but I firmly believe it's so cost effective. I have an entire article I wrote about the BERKEY, so if you want to learn more about it, I'll link that below with all the details on the specs and everything. But the filters last something like 5,000 gallons if I'm not mistaken, so that's years. You pay up front, but it lasts you a really long time. It's also amazing because you only have to clean it about twice a year. It is so much more powerful than any kind of filter that you put in your fridge or anything like that. It's just really important to get quality, clean drinking water, and I'm so thankful for my BERKEY. All right, if you watched the kitchen tour, you already saw this amazing part of my kitchen. one of my favorite parts of my kitchen. In here, I have 3 of my absolute favorite kitchen essentials. The first appliance here is this tea kettle. I know there are many ways to boil water. You can do it on the stovetop, but having this electric tea kettle has been incredible. One, because it's so easy and efficient, but my favorite part about it is the base has these different temperature settings. So it actually even tells you 170 degrees for white or 180 degrees for green. So especially for my matcha lattes that I make every day, I really like having this because if you use too hot of water, you can ruin your green tea. The next appliance in here is our Keurig. Let me preface this by saying we are not coffee snobs. Kashmir drinks a cup every morning, but I haven't had coffee in almost 3 years. I do still use this every day because it has the milk frother extension on it. It does both warm and cold froth, so even when I make my cold matcha lattes, I will use this thing. And then also it does espresso, which I know it's not real espresso. I know, I get it. But this is so much more affordable than the big crazy fancy machine. We would just hate something like that. I know the coffee snobs are cringing right now, but if you're super low maintenance like us, we love this machine. And again, I use it for things other than coffee as well. And then the last piece of equipment in here is my Ninja blender. Let me tell you, I actually own a Vitamix, which I know is like the creme de la creme of blenders. And I will tell you, it is absolutely a supreme blender to the Ninja. Like it is meant to be a lifetime blender. I know that the power is a lot higher, but I cannot stand cleaning my Vitamix. It's just a pain in the butt. I'm gonna be real. I got this Ninja blender and I love this thing so much. I use it every single day. I actually have it tucked back here in the corner because I use these, which is why I love it. It has the portable, like personal size. All you do is you take the blender bottom, you screw this on, you blend it up, you drink it right out of here if you don't even want to pour it into something else. It's the best. So every single morning when I make my smoothies, I just do it right here in the Ninja, and then you just pop this in the dishwasher. So these 3 appliances here in the beverage corner are my favorite, absolutely essentials in this household. Okay, and one more item I keep over here in our beverage corner in this top drawer is this handheld frother. If you've been following me for years, you've seen I've had many different iterations of a handheld frother. I've probably linked multiple different ones for you from Amazon, but this one has been my latest version and it's definitely the best one I've ever had. In fact, one of the reasons I used to buy the other ones I bought is because I liked them smaller and sleeker, but this one is big and chunky, and I think that's actually why I like it better. It is a lot more high powered. It's also really nice because you can actually stand it upright. And then it also comes with this lid, so you can totally travel with this thing. I use this every single day for my matcha lattes. If you've made my Bulletproof Superfood coffee creamer, you know that my favorite way to do that is just to pre-mix all the concoctions that go into a Bulletproof Superfood latte and instead just pour a little into your coffee and then froth it up. If you don't have a handheld frother in your kitchen, what the heck are you doing? Just get yourself one now. It's a necessity, trust me. Another handheld blender is my immersion blender. This is another necessity. Yes, I have like beaters, what you think of as more of a handheld blender, but this immersion blender is incredible. You plug it in, it's got 2 settings, 2 different speeds, but I use this for multiple recipes I have on my website. Yes, you can pour it into your Vitamix or something, but this is the best because you can just stick it right in the pot and it blends things right up. Also, crazy pro hack here, if you do what you're supposed to do and you buy nut butters with only nuts as the ingredients, you know that the oil separates in the pantry. All you gotta do is stick this thing in there, blend it up, and you will get beautiful Skippy level peanut butter. Trust me, it's amazing. Okay, and one last item in the beverage station is my pride and joy tea organizers. If you saw a Kitchen Essentials blog post I did a few years ago, I shared these, except for they had a lid on them, and that's how I used to store them in the pantry. So if you want to store your tea bags in a pantry, like stack them up, then you might want the one with the lid, but I actually gave those to a friend and bought these when we moved into this house because I just really wanted to be able to like open this amazing drawer and have my tea bags there. So I love this thing. Again, we drink a ton of tea in this house. So incredibly satisfying to open this drawer up and see all your beautiful teas displayed. It's kind of the best. I'm gonna guess this is very unexpected, but it is truly one of my favorite things in my entire kitchen. A pizza crisper pan. If you watch the Trader Joe's Favorites, you know in this household, we make homemade pizza every Friday night, even if you're not making homemade pizza. These things are incredible. If you like crispy, crunchy crust, especially if you're doing gluten-free crust or paleo crust, I know that a lot of times they're just denser and maybe like mushy and soggier. None of that. I like crispy, crunchy crust. This is amazing. This comes in a 2-pack on Amazon. I'll link this for you guys too. It is the best. It's the best. I will never cook a pizza not on this thing. Mentioned earlier, I'm obsessed with silicone everything. If you do not have silicone mats, what are you doing? These things are the best. I have multiple versions. I think I got these at Costco like forever ago. You can see they're like pretty stained. They've been very used. These ones I know I got off Amazon, so I'll link these for you guys. They're basically the same. These are amazing for baking because they're very non-stick. So obviously cookies, but even just cooking chicken or veggies. Literally anytime I put something in a pan, in the oven, on a cookie sheet, I use these. You can literally throw them directly in your dishwasher. No need to cook on foil or even parchment paper ever again. These are reusable. They're amazing. More silicone to love as well. Is it silicone or silicon? I feel like we just say like, oh, it's silicone. No, I'm like second guessing how to pronounce this word. Silicone? I mean, that's how you spell it, like cone, like an ice cream cone. Okay, I have these muffin tins. These are amazing. So as you can see, they're flexible. Pro tip is to put them on top of a baking dish. These are so much better than metal pans because they clean easier, they're reusable, they're non-toxic, they're amazing. So I have this set I've had for a really long time. And then I also have this set which came with the smaller little muffin tin so you can make mini muffins, or these are also really great if you want to make like little Reese's cups and different treats like that. These are awesome. And then also a donut pan. Look, this is hardly a kitchen essential because like how many people actually make homemade donuts, but I've actually been working on a donut recipe for y'all for a long time and it's just not perfect, so I'm still waiting. So if you want the fun pack, you can get this and you'll get more variety, or you can just get the muffin tins if that's all you'll use. But I love these. Obviously for muffins, like my chocolate zucchini muffins, they're to die for. But I also make them for egg cups. So that's another recipe you can get on my blog. It's one of the oldest recipes I have. I really need to update the photos, but it's amazing. It's just like making little egg cups, little omelets, which are perfect for meal prep. So definitely get yourself some silicone muffin tins. Another favorite here from the fridge is these clear fridge organizers. I have this thing about my fridge. I need to be able to open my fridge doors and see everything that's in it. I cannot stand opening a fridge and it just being like packed to the brim with stuff. It drives me bonkers. Having organizers is so helpful. I love these because they're really long and skinny. I feel like you just get more use of your space this way. So I actually use one of these for avocados. I always have lots of avocados in the fridge. I have an entire cheese tub. I have a tub for meat and a tub for cheese. These ones are the bigger, like wider ones. Also, if you know about the one I use in our freezer for our little treat section. There's no better feeling than opening up those fridge doors and seeing beautiful fresh produce, knowing where it is, seeing where it is, having it be organized. It's absolutely worth it. Okay, another favorite. This is one of those tiny things that just makes such a difference, you know? You're like, why do these little things matter so much? But they really do. An egg slicer. Do you guys have one of these? I can't believe how my husband will just grab a hard-boiled egg and like eat it whole. I like slicing it and putting it on a plate and putting some salt and pepper on it. Something I really struggle with in my diet is getting enough protein. Like I have to consciously make sure I'm eating enough protein. So I eat a lot of eggs. Hard-boiled eggs are one of my favorite things to have on hand at all times. I make sure I prep them over the weekend so I have them in the fridge, and I love pulling them out for a snack with a piece of fruit and slicing them open. And then another favorite here, let me tell you, this handheld zoodle maker, zucchini spiralizer, whatever you want to call this thing. I got this off Amazon. I've gifted it to people because I love it so much. I know you can buy those like big fancy upright spiralizers. That's great, but I'm actually really big about limiting the amount of stuff I have in my kitchen. I felt like those upright spiralizers were really unnecessary. It was just not something I wanted to store in my kitchen. So I love this thing. It's so tiny. It has two sides to it. So it's got like a thicker one and a thinner one. And then you literally just like stick your zucchini in and spin it. Another favorite that is one of those items that until you have it, you don't know what you're missing. And then once you have it, you can't imagine life without it. That's what this thing is to me. This thing is so freaking heavy, you wouldn't even believe. This is a granite mortar and pestle. This was actually gifted to me in a PR package from a company. And it was really funny because it was right after we got back from Mexico. And when we were in Mexico, we ate so much fresh like tableside guacamole, and they always have it in these beautiful mortar and pestles. I wanted to go and buy one in Mexico, but I was like, there's no way I'm getting that home. These things, I mean, these are granites. We host friends in this house all the time, and one of our favorite things to cook for people is either like taco night or fajita night. So we are often making guacamole. Cashmere makes the best guacamole, and we love serving it here in this mortar and pestle. It's just really fun. It's definitely one of those items that it's like you can live your life without it. Like, of course you could make guacamole in a normal bowl with a normal spoon, but this is just so much better. Okay, last item here, super basic. I know you probably already have one. I feel like everyone and their mother has one, but it's our air fryer. I thought I was gonna use it for like sweet potato chips and veggies and stuff. I use it all the time for meat, believe it or not. So when we lived in our apartment, before we moved into this house, we lived in the apartment for 2 years, we didn't have a grill. And then when we got the air fryer, we started doing a ton of meat that we normally would grill in the air fryer. Honestly, there is nothing better than chicken legs and drumsticks and chicken thighs that comes out of the air fryer. It is so moist and so crispy. It's so good. Like, delicious. I do also have a crock pot, which I've had for years. My mom gifted it to me a while ago. I love cooking soups and stuff in it. I would actually say I probably like my crock pot more than my Instant Pot. When we first got the Instant Pot, I used it all the time, but I don't know, I feel like we just kind of got burnt out on it. I don't know, maybe I need to go back to Pinterest and like try some new Instant Pot recipes. Let me know if y'all have an Instant Pot and if you love it, and if there are like certain recipes you feel like you need to try. I think we just got really burnt out because we cooked like all of our meals in it. But the air fryer, if you don't have an air fryer, this is definitely one of the appliances I would highly consider getting. There you go. Those are the items I cannot imagine my kitchen without. I'm very curious, are there things that you have on your kitchen essential list that I didn't mention? You'll have to let me know. Also, if you guys want a truly in-depth kitchen tour, like open up every drawer, show you everything I got, give you the nitty-gritty details on how I keep things organized, comment below if you'd like that video as well. Stay tuned because I've definitely got some meal prep and recipe videos coming your way. As always, I will link everything for you guys in the description box below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.